Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of March 10th. As always, we'll start with the Mythic Plus affixes for this week. After having two easy weeks in a row, we now have Tyrannical, Bursting, Skittish, and Awakened. At least the Bursting is not with Fortified. Skittish is what it is. Again, it's not with Fortified. So this is not a bad week as well. So again, that's Tyrannical, Bursting, Skittish, and Awakened. Now, unfortunately, to get into the game, where we talked about last week, we were going to be hitting a huge lull soon. Well, this week is kind of the first week of this, okay? And this is going to be a long standing theme up until whenever the new expansion's released. We're going to get breaks where there's holidays, where there's in game events maybe that they put in, where certain things, maybe controversies come up, or news is released on Shadowlands via the alpha or whatever else, and those will be nice little breaks in between. But this week is a rough one. So the only actual event going on this week is the the pet battle bonus event. So this is just the event you pick up in your Dazar lore or Atel Dazar, whatever it is, and then or Borealis, and you just have to do PvP pet battles or whatever. So not a lot of people are into this. There's literally no other event going on this week, unfortunately. So basically, there's almost nothing to do. So obviously, you can go do your raiding or your PvP if that's what you do. You can level your alts. You can do all that kind of stuff. What I advise during this period is to definitely have a side game to play, so you don't just end up hating World of Warcraft. And this is something I might not talk about it next week, but maybe I'll talk about it in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll talk about it 4 weeks in a row at some point in June, right? Have a second game that you're willing to play. Of course, like if you're like me, you might not have a ton of time, so you might mostly play World of Warcraft. Well, don't log on World of Warcraft just to log on World of Warcraft during this time. You might end up hating it because it's just not super fun to play when there's just nothing going on at all. Like, not even something you can try. Maybe you don't like it, but at least you try it out, whether that's the fair, trial of style, or just one of these mini events, right? So there's almost nothing to do this week except for whatever your weekly activities are, your chores, whatever. So basically, it's a bit of a boring week, unfortunately. For me personally, making gold, that's always something you can do. I've talked about this before. I always do my emissaries. The more characters you can do emissaries on, and get Paragon chests, so you're exalted with everything, get Paragon chests, you can make gold just by doing that. Each world quest you do, once you can unlock Paragons, each world quest you do is worth 30 gold, so if you do just all the world quests that are worth gold already, you can add 30 gold on top of that. And that'll, if you're a human, I guess it's technically a little bit more. And if it rewards rep, then that's also good, even if it doesn't reward gold. But you can do all that kind of stuff to make gold. Again, leveling other characters, maybe level up the character. I guess what I'll say is to level up your allied races, perhaps, or whatever you think you might want to play in Shadowlands. That's a good time to start doing that, and then take your time doing it over the course of the summer or whatever. Or of course, you could just be hardcore and just say, hey, look, I don't have any other bullshit my way. I'm going to farm a million, 5 million gold cap. I'm going to level all my characters to 120. Those are all options too. So I tend to take the more casual approach when there's nothing to do, but you can also go the opposite way and go kind of hardcore. So unfortunately, not much to talk about actually in the game. Just kind of things you can do, right? But that's going to be kind of a theme going forward until the Shadowlands comes out. So as always, please subscribe to the channel because it helps me out a lot. And everybody, have a good one.